Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another trademark talk. So, what I'm talking about today, if you remember, I posted about ABBA and what they've got to do with trademarks. And you might wonder, what on earth is she talking about? Those of you who know me know that I am a huge fan of ABBA, not least because of my Swedish heritage, also because their music is just fantastic. So why ABBA and trademarks? Well, ABBA is one of the few music groups that have actually gone and registered their trademark. And they have seen the immense value that they have managed to build up surrounding their songs. And they've done two feature films, Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia Here We Go Again. And they, at some point, I can't remember when exactly they did this, but they decided to register their trademark at some point. And I just think that's such a commendable thing to do. Do remember, if you have any questions, just to type them in, and then I will be able to see them and answer them for you. So what has ABBA and trademarks got to do with you? Well, what's important to know and remember and understand is all of us start with absolutely nothing, meaning that we've got, not absolutely nothing, but we start from scratch. So we've got something that we are completely wanting to share with the world. For me, it's trademarks, as you can tell. ABBA is extremely talented, or were extremely talented at. Well, they've come back now, and they're back now together. So they are passionate about. I'm not really a great fan of the word passionate, but for lack of a better word, right here, I'm using passionate. So they're really, really passionate about singing and writing songs and composing the music, and they're really talented. And this is relevant to you because what you do is something that you really, really desire sharing with the world, just like I desire sharing my trademark knowledge with the world. So that's why it's so important to know and understand that having a registered trademark can actually help build up the value of your business. Not only because trademarks is the one intellectual property that can exist virtually indefinitely. So that's another reason why you want to register a trademark. So do let me know if you have any questions for me. If not, I'll just crack on, because I did get a question from somebody. And if you've just joined me, I've spoken about what ABBA has to do with trademarks and how that is relevant to you as a viewer. So if you didn't catch that, you can watch it in the replay, because I am just about to move on to a question that I received from one of my friends. So let me just make that visible to you right here. Oh, I had put it up. The joys of technology and something that you're not entirely used to doing. So the question was, if a trademark is registered in one country, is it then recognized and protected in other jurisdictions as well? And the ultra short answer to that is no. And the reason for that is that there is no such thing as a global trademark. what you can do instead is this. You can have a conversation with somebody like me, and have a conversation about what it is that you're wanting to do with your mark, where you are seeing yourself expanding. Have you got like a huge, massive international following? Then you may actually want to register your trademark within those jurisdictions as well. So that's a really, really great answer for you right there. I'm just going to let some of my friends know that I am live because they may have forgotten about this. Just telling them. And I have been speaking about ABBA and how them having a trademark is relevant to you. Just going to ping a few more people. All right, this is not great. So I'm not doing any more of that. So I have been speaking about ABBA and what they have got to do with trademarks. To recap really quickly, ABBA is one of the few musical brands that have actually gone and registered their trademark. And seeing how they have expanded from just being a musical band, they have actually had 2 films created, Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, with their songs, slightly altered lyrics, of course, to fit in with the theme of the films. And then afterwards, I spoke about how that is relevant to you, and it is always relevant to know and understand that when you've got a business, when you are expanding into either another territory or jurisdiction or country, it's a good idea to have a registered trademark. And then I have taken a question from one of my friends, Martin Stark. I forgot to mention his name earlier. His name is Martin Stark. And he asked me this really, really great question. If a trademark, you can see it ticking along the bottom here, if a trademark is registered in one country, is it also recognized and protected in I'll put my teeth back in and try again, other jurisdictions as well? And the really short answer to that is no, because there is no such thing as a global trademark. However, there are things to be done to have protection. Now, if you can think of another global brand, because as I say, there are no global trademarks, but you can have a brand that is globally recognized. Apple is a really, really good example of a globally recognized brand. They have not register their trademark in every single country because that is too expensive, and I would never suggest that to anyone. However, what they have done is they have sat down and had a look at where precisely they have clients purchasing their products, not merchandise, sorry about that. And then they have registered their trademarks in these territories or jurisdictions or countries, depending on who you are and what you like to call it. I like to call it territories. I know that this is a very legal terminology, and I cannot deny my legal background, and I'm not going to. However, You can also call it your jurisdiction, or you can simply call it a country. It's that simple. So what is to be done is to have a conversation with somebody like me, and decide, okay, I have this audience, for instance, because you're on LinkedIn and you've got like a massive following, and you then see, okay, so I've got my national following, and I've also got a following in this country and in that country, and perhaps, even further out than you realize yourself. And it's always a good idea to look at your statistics from your posts to see what your reach has become. And that way you will know, because I didn't think personally that I had an international following, and I do. So I've got a lot of followers in my old home country, which is Denmark, and I've got a lot of followers here in my new home country, which is the UK. And I've also got followers in India and in Canada and in America. And that is quite crazy if you think about it, but it's also exciting. So it's worth considering for me as well where I want to go next with my trademark. Anyway, I just wanted to share this information with you because nobody's popped any. Let me just have a look real quick. No, that I haven't seen any new questions pop up. So today is going to be a shorter version of a live because I didn't tell my friends that I'm on here in time, and I did fiddle about for a little bit trying to ping them in here. However, that is not great for you to look at. I am completely aware of that. So if you have any questions, I'm just going to let it roll a little bit longer to see what happens if anybody has any questions either on YouTube or on LinkedIn. And if not, well, then, I mean, I've always got my book that I can share tidbits from. So actually, let's talk about the top 100 brands. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a list in my book. So when I wrote this book back in 2019, Apple ranked the highest. And they actually had a brand value of $234,241. Haha. So you might think to yourself, well, listen, Celeste, that is crazy. I'm never going to be that big. And then I am going to challenge you and say, why not? You don't know that. You might actually have the potential to grow your business to be that big. Personally, I find it exciting to have an international audience. Let's see, number 2 was in 2019 Google. So don't forget, this is from my book, Control Your Own Copyright, Trademark, and More, which I wrote in, and I started writing it when my mother passed away in 2016. And then I did the final edits of it in 2019. And I published it in 2020. And the second most valuable, or the second highest ranking brand at the time was Google. And they had a brand value at the time of $167,713 million. And this is American dollars, which is quite interesting. And the third at the time was Amazon. The fourth was Microsoft. The fifth, what do you think that was? The fifth one, it was Coca-Cola. Were you expecting that? And let's go down to number 16. That's Nike. Number 17 is Louis Vuitton. Sorry about that. I've got these little reminders. Number 22 was Chanel. At the time, it's the luxury sector. I didn't tell you about the other sectors, but Apple is, of course, technology. Google is technology. Amazon is technology. And Coca-Cola is beverages. So Chanel is, well, Nike is sporting goods and Chanel is luxury goods. And at the time, they had a brand value of $21,629,000, not pounds. And in space number 26 in 2019, we have IKEA, which is retail. And further down in position number 28, we have Hermès, with a brand value of $17,920,000. Quite exciting, actually, to be looking through. And we've got some automotive brands as well. So you've got Volkswagen, that's position number 40. You've got Audi in 42. Actually, Ford is number 35. How about that? And I don't think my particular car brand is on here, which is totally fine. Nope, I don't see it. Nope, not in the number 100 list. Let's have a quick look. Nope, actually, this might surprise you, but brand number 100 in 2019 was Prada. And that is the luxury sector. And they only had a brand value of $4,781 million American dollars. Wow. So yeah, it's really interesting. So if you want to know more about trademarks and intellectual property in general, you can buy my book on my website. I shall pop in a little link for it in a second. I could have done better. I could have popped it ready to share. I didn't do that, unfortunately. So, I don't even have it ready, which is really bad. Oh, well, never mind that. Okay, well, it can be found on my website. Let's see if I can find it. I'm just going to really quickly go to publications on my website, and there are 2 versions of my book. And I'm showing you the link right there. And you can get 2 different versions of it. So there's the physical book and there is the ebook. And for the ebook, you just scroll on down. You can also find it on Amazon. However, if you buy it on Amazon, I can't make any dedication in it to you. So there we go. So today I have been speaking about ABBA and how a musical group is irrelevant to you, and in general, you know, trademarks and a musical group, what's that got to do with you? If you want to know, just watch the replay again, because I've been talking about it at the beginning. And I also took a question from a friend of mine, Martin Stark, who asked me, if a trademark is registered in one country, is it recognized and protected in other jurisdictions as well? And if you want the answer to that, watch the replay again. So I don't think I have any comments from you. Let me just have a quick look. No, there are no comments. I don't see any comments. All right, so thank you anyway for watching this live with me. I do appreciate you for tuning in. If you would like to have a trademark conversation with me, let me share my link with you. It is right here. You can have a trademark discovery call with me. Let me see if I can put that up on the screen. Yeah. And I will pop both of those into the description or in a comment below after I have wrapped this up, because obviously I'm in a back office, as it were, compared to LinkedIn itself. So I can't really write it just yet. It requires me to end the broadcast. So I've been on here for 20 minutes now. So thank you so much for your time. And thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at the same time. So it's 12 noon UK and it's 1 p.m. Central Europe. Thank you again for watching. I trust that you will have a fantastic day. Over and out for now. Bye.